Hello everyone, and today we have this amazing RSQ8 for me to review. Very excited for this. So let's just get started, I guess. First off, we'll start with the exterior. The exterior is... the new facelift just came out, and that has a bigger grille and bigger air vents on the bottom. However, this design is much cleaner. You do get HD matrix LED headlights that are specific to the RS only. You can get matrix lights on the standard Q8, but they aren't as high quality and advanced. They also have headlight washers inside of the headlight. They'll move on to these wheels. You get 22 inches of standard. This has got the upgraded 23s, as you can see. The standard wheels are silver. These are diamond cut, which looks much better. We get onto the rear. Now here it gets fairly interesting, shall we say. First of all, we'll start off with the fake ventage, which is here, as you can see. That's to give the car a wider stance, but well, most people aren't too keen on fake vents, but they do actually help the car's design. Same with the honeycomb effect on the bottom of the grille. It helps the car look much better, even though it doesn't work. Same with the diffuser and same with the exhaust, because if so, the exhaust, as you can see, are two pipes in there. However, this is metal, but that's just a surround, sadly. It's connected to the bumper, not the actual exhaust, which is a bit annoying, but well, it's car design these days. I mean, what can you do? Yeah, as you can see, you have this full light bar that runs, and it looks amazing at night. And a little black bit here to help the design. It all lights up, and then you have your indicators in here, brake lights in here, and your reverse lights, which are hidden away in there. So it's a very clean design. This is a Urus. This is the platform of a Urus. Out of all the VAG group cars, they use the same platform. The VW Touareg, the Bentayga, and well, any other Audi Q7 as well. This is the most similar to the Urus. It has most of its components, has the same powertrain as well. This thing, when it came out, it was the fastest SUV ever to go around the Nürburgring. You have a few models. This is the Vorsprung, so it's fully loaded, as I'll demonstrate now. You get black mirrors, get soft closed doors, these wheels as standard, and a few blacked out bits, the Audi badge, and so on and so forth. And you also get pan roof. Now we'll get on to the braking part. So these are massive brakes. They are 10 pistons, so this car, because of the 10 piston brakes and the huge, look at this, the caliper is massive. The caliper itself is massive, the brake disc is huge as well. That makes this very heavy SUV stop from 120 kilometers an hour in only 46 meters, which is, well, crazy to say the least for a nearly 2-ton SUV, especially when the highway code says that cars are supposed to stop in 96 meters. It stopped in half the distance, which is, well, a lot for a car like this. You can also get carbon ceramics. This doesn't have it, sadly, but the carbon ceramics come with a package. You get the speed limiters gets taken off. You get sports exhaust and a few carbon bits in here, and then carbon ceramics. That costs 10,000, and you can only get those things in that package. You can't get them individually. Let's step inside the RSQ8. So here we are inside the RSQ8. You have a few Alcantara bits over here. Here, as you can see, where the back seats are, and the gear shifter, which is interesting. A lot of Alcantara. This is also an option pack. The Vorsprung, I think, comes with it as standard. Although I'd have the leather, and I think many people would as well, because if you eat crisps or something, that will come on greasy, and Alcantara does not wear well as well. So, and it's very hard to clean. Then we're going to get onto the digital cluster. So as you can see, this is the standard gauge cluster. You have two dials in the middle, and it's the average VW group cluster, which comes on Audis, Skodas, and Volkswagens, but it's been coded as that. And then you press the RS mode, and as you can see, it changes. And then you also have a heads-up display, as I'll demonstrate now. If you can kind of see it. So this car, that also comes with the Vorsprung. You do get these paddle shifters as well, which feel absolutely horrible. That's one thing why you should get an XXM. They would have, the XXM is a main rival for this car anyway, but the XXM would have metal shifters, so that's a bit, you know, unfortunate. Anyways, we have the RS dials. So the RS dials are a bit more aggressive. This car does have a soft limiter of 4,000. And you also, so the RS dials, you can see your power and torque. See the lane keep assist. Basically anything that you need if you're on a racetrack. You have your G's as well, as you can see. So everything here. And Apple CarPlay and Android Auto would also work with this. Your maps will take up the whole screen. And you'd have the little dials. That's only obviously available on the normal dials. So this media display is one of the best in its league, by far, 100%. Yeah, so I like it's amazing. Every single thing that you feel as well. One thing with Audis that you won't get with BMWs, every single thing that you touch is high quality. Like every single thing, except the paddle shifters, but they make a satisfying click. Everything is high quality. Audi does not cheap out on these kind of things. Then we get onto the screen. So as you can see, you have two screens, main screens. One is for your climate, and that can also be used as a drawing pad if you'd like it. I don't know, it's a bit stupid. So, you have also your drive selects in the bottom screen, which you can configure from there. We'll show you that once we start it up. Then we have all the stuff. So this is, you have your maps. So that's all your navigation. You set your destination there. One thing as well with the screen, once you press something, it's every single thing, once you press it, everything's touch sensitive, but once you press it, you get confirmation, which is good, so you know what you're pressing. So this is the home, as you can see. You have everything. You have your car, which has an RS logo, so that's a little cool design, as you can see there. It's a very, it's a gimmick, really. It's a little gimmick, but it's worth it anyway. So, you know, it's a little gimmick, but it's worth it. Then you have your radio controls. So you have a few shortcuts. You have your radio controls, your media, phone, so on and so forth. And then you have everything here. So you have your weather, everything here. If you press the car, which we'll get onto. So we'll get onto every single thing once we start up. Now we're going to get onto the bottom screen. This is, well, that really. You have ventilated and heated seats, which is worth it. This car is €200,000 brand new, so all this is, well, it was expected. So you have all your climate controls here. Thank God they are not in the main screen. Still would use with some dials, because dials are much easier to press, but well, we'll forgive it. At least it is, at least it's not in the main screen. You have your temperature. You just press it up to go up, and then it also gives you a little bit of a confirmation on the top screen. So it's, you know, better, so you know what you're pressing. This car also has massaging seats, which, I mean, for a car, again, 200 grand, that's expected. Well, on RS model, it's quite ridiculous, but it's that on, you know, it's expected. So you have your heated seats, as you can see, and then cooled. So every single thing is here, and then you can configure your cooled seating, and you have you have dual zone climate control. So again, that's most expected. I'm surprised it's not 4 zone, because, well, it's an Audi. You also get your center cubby, which, yeah, it's not that big, but it's there. No power, actually, believe it or not, there's no power outlets except the 12 volts, which is quite, well, crazy. and then there's no power outlets here as well. So, well, no, sorry, there's USB-Cs, but no wireless charger. On a car like this, that'd be expected. On the A8 you get it. Here, not so much. You obviously have your volume dial here, which you can, that's really just for volume and skipping music and on off. You get full 360-degree cameras, so as you can see, it doesn't match the color of the car, sadly, and it shows the base, not the Vorsprung, as what we have here. However, it still is pretty cool. It's like a video game. It's pretty much like a video game, which is amazing, really. If you close the door, as you can see, that shows the entire 360 view. So you got cameras everywhere around the car. So if you get crashed into them, that'll be a lot of money to fix. You got, because cameras are everywhere. That's the problem with newer cars as well. You got cameras every single way, like every single place there's cameras. Anyways, the gear shifter is amazing. It is high quality, which I'm focusing on there. Everything, the metal here. I mean, this is the top of the range Audi. Your hazards, which will show off the lighting in a moment. Yeah, so we're just gonna get out of that. Navigation also, basically everything that you need is in there. That's the whole screen overview. We'll get onto the vehicle once we start the car. Now we're going to get onto the back, and for privacy reasons I can't show the seats. However, as you can see, we have 4-zone climate, and you still get the Alcantara bit. That's really mostly in the back. In the back, however, you also get sun blinds, which are most likely electronically operated, because I don't see anything for it. So you get some sunshades, sorry, not sun blinds. You get an ashtray, Bang & Olufsen sound system, which, it's amazing. And then you have the windows, which are frameless, as you can see, and they only go down to this much, but they're frameless, like a proper luxury car should. Now we're going to get onto the boot. So, opening it up, it's electronically operated, as you can see. Again, expected. You have a chrome, nice little chrome bit here, as you can see very well. Looks amazing. Some tie-down points here, and you can also raise and lower the suspension. So I'll press the button here. As you can see, the car's going down. And now the car looks squatted because we've put down the suspension. So that's one good thing with air suspension, and that's just to easy the load, because that is a massive load lip. So that's just easier to, chuck stuff in the back. You would get some underfloor storage, however, that's just where the stuff is, sadly. So you can remove all that, obviously get underfloor storage. You do also get netting here, netting there, to hold little stuff. You can't hold big stuff, but it's for little stuff. You can also lock the car. I should put the air suspension back up, as you can see. So I'll just watch it. Just gonna go back up. And that's the air suspension. It's a cool gimmick when it works. And that is when it works, because it's an Audi. You can also lock the entire car from the boot. Now, let's get on to the technicals. So under the bonnet, we have a 4-litre V8 that is also found in the Urus. This is the exact same engine that's found in the Urus. This puts out this amount of horsepower, this amount of torque, and 0 to 60 is, 0 to 100 is 3.6 seconds. That is what the fastest that I can do. Audi claims a little different, but we'll surpass that. As you can see, proper V8 under here. You have a few Audi badges here, VW, as you can see there on the module, and yeah, it's really all to show underneath the engine bay. This is also a mild hybrid, so it can roll up to 40 seconds on only electric mode. So it's for efficiency basically, and it doesn't burn as much fuel. That's what that is for. Sorry, so that's not that's a mild hybrid system and a few other things inside the engine bay. So there's your battery terminals, but it's a mild hybrid. It's a mild hybrid system, so it's for efficiency and for power. That does boost the power up by a little bit. Now we will get onto the lighting. So as you can see, here's the lighting. You do get fog lights under there, but I can't figure out how to turn them on. Anyways, as you can see, that's your indicator, that's your daytime running light, full matrix LED. As you can see by the little, if you step down here, you can see the outlines of the little, you can see the little dot on the headlamp. That is because it's a matrix, it's got a bunch of little LEDs in it. Side indicator is a bit boring though. But we get to the back and as you can see, that's the full light bar. You do get a rear fog light, as you can see, and there, nicely integrated. On a few Audi models, it's in the middle of the light bar, so that would be cool if it was there, but sadly it isn't. It does give the car a bit of a better stance. Then, as you can see, that's the lighting. You can't really see it too well, but you can trust me, the lights are on. It's a bit cold today, so the fumes. And there's the lighting on the rear, so that's that. So now I will show you off the drive mode. So we go into car and you can configure a whole lot. You have Audi Drive Select, which you have a few modes. Obviously you have the RS1 and you have the RS2, and whichever one you have currently preset, you can press that and it will, automatically preset once you press the RS button. You have a few drive modes. You have auto, so as you can see the exhaust just went quiet, comfort, efficiency, all road, which as you can see, and obviously that's just raising the air suspension. See, so it will raise suspension if you're in all road mode, because then you can go all road, it's expected, and then it will raise even higher if you go into off-road. So, and then you have stabilization control off-road. Now we're going to get back into the RS mode. Exhaust just went louder, and then that's all going down, as you can see, so the air suspension goes down once you switch into RS mode, obviously. Anyways, we'll get onto more of the vehicle. You have the RS monitor, which you can monitor a whole lot of stuff. You can monitor the engine oil, coolant, brake disc, gear oil, every single thing is here, and that is so everything's cold for now. Obviously the engine's only been started, so everything is going to be cold. However, you can obviously you can see everything, and then if you switch you can see your G's, basically meaning where the center of gravity is going to be. It's technical. I'm not going to get into the technicals, but basically once you accelerate, that G will go up, whatever. If you decelerate, as you can see everything here, it's telling you where the car is. Obviously, sadly you can only monitor the touchpad, and then you have a tilt angle display as well. So this has got the adaptive anti-roll bars, and as you can see how much the car is rolling. So when you're going around a bend, you can see at what angle the wheels are. This can also send up to 75% of its power to the front wheels and 85% to the rear. So this is kind of rear wheel biased. And that's basically where everything comes. You can also raise it, obviously. So that will go into comfort. So you have every single thing. So that's going into comfort. As you can see, that's just going to raise it. But then if you press the RS mode again, first that actually has to raise. But you see the point. We'll just go back into RS. But yeah, I think that will conclude the review. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next POV review, hopefully. So, bye.